Chris is driving, scaring all of us. We're driving into the sun right now.
At least we're out of the armpit of the world.
And Chris, which armpit of the world is that?
That'd be the one at the bottom of Lake Michigan that all the world's worst refuse piles up all in one place.
Okay.
It's terrible, terrible going around Chicago. Terrible.
We went around Chicago this time.
Because it would have been bad. It would have added a half hour to our trip just to take the normal route. It's terrible.
Craig, we are back in Wisconsin.
Going by the Brewers right now.
Going by the Brewers Stadium right now.
There must be a game on now. The parking lot looks
Did I miss my exit? Oh no, we're going good. We're going good.
No, you got
There's the Milwaukee Brewers Stadium for anybody that's wondering.
Nobody cares about sports ball.
No, nobody does, really.
Bunch of grown men fighting over a chunk of leather, overpaid, overprivileged, overworshipped, overcompensated, oversized.
in what way?
How do you really feel?
So, Chris, what did you have for dinner tonight?
I've been in the car with you guys for the last 10 hours. That's what I've had. Oh, what I had for supper tonight?
Yeah.
I had a big, long piece of Jason's meat. It was delicious.
He was eating Jason's meat.
I was eating his meat.
Chris driving is more than a bonus. It's amazing. You don't have to pay attention. You can do live streams. You can
guys
do
were
all.
sleeping for the last 6 hours.
Kenny was snoring for a while,
Sleep at all.
which also means if you watch the first live stream, that when Kenny was sleeping, he was not farting.
It's the only time.
That was the only time we
want
got.
him to sleep because then he doesn't fart as much.
Unbeknownst to you guys, I've been farting steady. There's no smell.
No, but when you
It
got
cleared
out of the, you got on the
It's
truck
cleared up.
before you let
Well,
it
you just
loose.
ate again, so now it's going to come out even more
I
putrid.
just had blueberries. That should kick it in again.
Oh, exactly.
Give me a stick of your meat there, so I can.
You want a
give
meat
me
stick?
Give me some of your meat.
Oh, you want my meat, not a meat stick. You want my meat.
Yeah. Watch the
meat.
phone there. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna show everybody.
Tyler's meat's better than.
Yeah.
Just pay attention where we're going so we don't get lost again.
Look at this. This is what he made me eat. Look at this. That's only half the size of the meat I usually hang on to. Look at that. Usually I eat meat much bigger than this. Look at that thing.
Pay attention. We don't need to make the circular motion around the guy. Around.
The road's too bouncy. So where's my meat?
Oh, where is
Your meat sticks are up here. Your meat's up here someplace next to Chris too.
It's
Tyler's got some
Oh,
honey barbecue meat.
Honey barbecue.
It's meat
Sweet
candy.
spicy.
It's
up
meat
front.
candy.
Is it up front or is it down here? No, I handed it up there. Did they hand it back?
It might have fell next to Chris. No,
I don't have it.
I don't have it.
Oh, right here.
It's small meat, so it's probably harder to find.
Silver meat.
Well, Craig, when you end up with the four of us in a truck for 10 hours,
That's what you get.
you don't know what's going to happen. We got another 2 hours home yet, so anything could happen. Welcome to the concrete jungle in the southern part of the state.
This is not bad.
Oh yeah, this is way better than Chicago.
This still sucks, but it's not as bad as Chicago.
We actually got space in front of us.
Yeah. Not bad at all. Hey, 16 miles to the gallon. We're doing great.
Oh, and just
Oh, I just went to 15.9. Oh,
for
16
anybody that
again.
wants to know,
16 again.
Chris just turned over 2,000 miles on his brand new Chevy.
Yep. 1% of the life.
Here's
of
the good
vehicle
meat right
is
here.
gone.
There's the good meat.
That's a honey barbecue. That's good stuff.
So much for a navigator.
I was watching.
Yeah, you had enough navigators on the way down, and then nobody wants to help you on the way home.
No. The hardest part of the trip is the last hour, and those guys are always sleeping, I'm sure of it.
I won't be.
Well, I'm gonna use
So,
this.
Chris?
You know what I'm gonna do? Hey, I gotta block this hit.
That's all right.
Sun.
Oh, that's better. Oh, that's better.
So, if he falls asleep, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this. When I hit him with his own meat.
So, Chris, There's guys asking on the live stream, what exactly did you get for a truck?
It's right here. It's for this one. I don't know what that is.
Yeah. It's only got 2,000 miles on it.
It is a Chevy 2500 Silverado custom
Gas engine.
gas engine, 6.6, just your basic truck. I couldn't justify getting something for more than what I paid. It's my last truck that I had, the Tundra. I paid $33,000, $32,000, something like that, and that was 10 years ago. And I was shocked by how much they cost. Oh, you got sun again here.
Yeah.
Better watch out.
yeah, but don't crash it.
Yeah, and it's just nuts what they cost. But once you start looking, you get used to what they cost. And you start looking at the LTZs and the high countries and the Ford Tremors and the ones that are $70,000, $80,000, $90,000, $100,000. Like just that's insane. I paid $89,000 for my first house. So I paid $57,000 for this. So I talked to Dan
From the York Woods.
Dan York,
Dan
yep.
York.
And he works at a Chevy dealership, and he said I bought right. He said I did a good job. He said you got a good price. So I feel good about that. To hear that coming from a guy who's a finance guy at a Chevy dealer, that he knows his numbers, and he knows his Husqvarna saws too. So
Yes, he does.
I gotta get de-blinded here. All right, I can see it.
So Kenny's in the back seat. He got demoted to the back seat because he stinks so
I
bad.
felt sorry for Jason. He was kind of whining like a little kid, so I let
But
him.
you found out there's actually more room in the back.
There
seat.
actually is more room
There's
back,
more room in the back seat than there is in the front seat.
except you can't lay the seat back.
Yeah.
But that's all right.
Yeah.
Kenny, what'd you learn on this road trip?
I learned that you guys have sensitive noses.
I knew he would say that. He says that every trip we go on. Every trip. His
Anything else?
Not a lot. We've all traveled together enough, I think, that it doesn't really matter. Everybody knows the drill, you know?
Yep.
Like the guys in that, when we were going out in the elevator this morning, them other guys, you know, the guys from Split Force.
Yep.
Yep.
Says, holy Christ, you guys brought enough shit with you. I'm like, well, I said, we got sleeping bags, we got cots. These guys got all their camera shit with them. You know, it's like,
Hey, Jason, thanks for tuning in.
so they're, you guys have traveled before, huh? I said, yeah, well, we got 4 guys crammed in a room, you know, we got to bring extra beds. So,
2 cots, 2 bags.
yeah, sleeping bags and sleeping pads.
So
It's
there
a lot.
was a time I didn't mind sleeping with Kenny.
Continue on I-41.
If Chris started
But I
spooning me at
found
night,
out
that was it.
no, when he started spooning that night, that was
Oh,
the
he
end
was
of it.
spooning me.
Well, so what he does is he likes his bush lattes a little too much. The second he lays down, he's snoring,
Yep.
flirting, thrashing. So I can't get comfortable. I can't fall asleep.
Then I
'cause
wake
I'm a
up
late
at night
sleeper.
and Chris is spooning me.
Then he wakes up and pisses about every hour because he's
Yeah.
full of beer.
I gotta put
Yep.
a pillow. I gotta put a pillow between.
Yeah,
us.
Jason, we're trying to get rid of the sun, except that we kind of enjoy it because it rained a good chunk of the weekend.
Yeah.
Anne Marie, thanks for tuning in.
Hey, how's the ribs? How's the ribs? Is Bill treating you right? Is he waiting on you hand and foot? Those of you that don't know, Anne Marie watches my channel. She's been around a long time. She's been on the channel. She feeds the cats at the barn. She's a retired lieutenant firefighter, and her husband Bill is retired military and good people. And she, one of her dogs put her down, and she broke like 7 ribs and some other body parts. I'm not sure what all happened, but I know it probably wasn't good. So hopefully she's healing well. Hi, Bill.
Well, we have already threatened to put Kenny in the box of the truck on the way down because of how bad he stunk on the way down.
Oh, he's always like that. I told you guys.
This is your first road trip with us, Jason.
Wait, not my first road trip, but
But with us.
With us.
with you
Well,
guys.
Let me ask you this question: who's more fun, us or Bert and Adam?
You guys are way more fun. Normally, when I go with Bert and Adam, all I do is sleep all the way down and all the way back.
You can't sleep in this truck.
No,
We're
you
all
can't.
sleeping. If you sleep
Well, we
in-
brought.
It's at 3 a.m. every
So Chris did not get his tunnel cover in time, so we got enough stuff piled in the front seat. We got stuff piled in the back seat.
Well,
cameras and stuff.
all kinds of fun
bags.
stuff. And then we got a dry bed, and then we got a box
Bunch of dry bags.
full of stuff.
Cooler of beer.
Oh yeah, plenty of cases of beer.
Yeah,
We bought some new toys down at the show. I did. We'll see how long they last.
We're gonna try to blow them up, right?
Yeah, we're gonna try to. We'll see how long they last. We have
What do we got? How many miles?
95 miles,
And that's
an
just
hour and a half
to get to Appleton, yeah.
That's to get
to get
Chris's.
close.
You gotta drop me off first, though.
And then
Yeah,
We're
we-
not dropping you off. We're doing
We
a
got another
drive-by.
hour.
We're doing a drive-by, and Tyler's got to jump
What
out.
in the world is this guy doing?
He's got a trimmer. He can do that.
Oh,
What
okay.
It's a woman.
Overcompensating for something. Got
It's
it.
a woman.
Girl driving.
That's her ex-husband's truck. Beating the heck
Got
out
the
of
hammer
her.
down.
Yeah. Probably got something else that she can put on as well.
Craig, send me an email, and I'll give you some more details.
You got people talking to you?
So, Jason, you've abandoned your dad on Interstate 80 at one point for farting.
Nice. That must have been a prize winner. Blue ribbon.
Good one.
That was a blue ribbon winner, apparently.
There are awards given.
Paul says, Tyler, duck and roll.
Yeah.
Duck and roll.
But I do have something on this truck that normally most people don't have. I have this button right here. Watch this, everybody. You ready? Here we
Hold
go.
on to your hats, folks.
There they go.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4 windows open, all with the click of a button. It's the Kenny eject machine.
They said that's the Kenny fart button. When Kenny farts, you hit that button. Otherwise, you could die. So that's probably the best button on the whole truck right
I'm
here.
gonna glue that button.
Anne Marie, that sounds painful and terrible. 7 ribs fractured
What other part? I forget.
and a humerus.
That's your leg and your bone in your leg. That's
Oh.
your leg bone.
Okay, I learned something.
Yeah, that's the
not-
bone you don't want to break.
Yeah.
That's a bad one.
It's like the biggest bone in your body, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
So for anybody that hasn't seen Tyler's channel, he's on Firewood Fella
Yep.
on YouTube. Go check him out. Obviously, there's Chris at In the Woodyard, and then Kenny is the most famous guy on YouTube
That doesn't have a
that
channel.
doesn't have a channel.
Gonna get a shirt.
We're gonna get him shirts
I
for
don't have a
Bunyan
channel.
that has Bill says hi,
Oh, hey, Bill.
and we're gonna get him some cool shirts for Bunyan with all kinds of different sayings on
I
them.
got one idea for sure. I'm gonna do.
American Country, it is a very nice truck. It rides really comfortable.
Yeah, I like it. I'll hope it lasts long enough.
Can't see in the box.
Rachel says hi, Kenny.
Hello, Rachel.
Uh,
I hope you had fun. Good seeing you guys again.
Dirt Road Landing says hi.
Hello.
Rachel, did you make it back already?
You guys home?
Rachel, are you and Heath make it home yet?
You gotta be. Unless they left it.
Yeah, they.
I'm not gonna be home for 3 more days.
Kenny, where are you going on your?
I am gonna be a slave.
They're
to
in
the guy holding
Cleveland.
the camera for the next 3 days again. I gotta work on all this broke dick machinery. Then I'll probably break it some more, and then I'll fix it some more. But that's
Break
the
it some
plan.
more and fix it some more.
Well, you gotta break the chainsaws first.
Well,
they gotta
Break
put
them
their-
in or
they're-
break them, one of the two.
well, we're gonna break them in, and then
That's
we can break 'em.
Rachel. I forgot about that. I remember Heath said that the other night.
What's that?
They're picking their daughter up from the airport,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
so they're over in Cleveland.
Guys, you want the good meat from Tyler?
What's the Taylor's meat?
Tyler, you want?
Taylor's meat?
Tyler's waving his meat now in front of Chris's face.
Look at this. Look at this.
I don't know if anybody caught that. Somebody tried to cut Chris off.
Well, that girl there was chasing a guy. I saw him weaving in and out in traffic here.
Oh,
She had that look in her face like she's gonna hurt
Kind
me.
of like them idiots we had down in
Oh,
Chicago.
yeah, they're bad.
American Country. We left early because it was wet
Well, we
and
had a
rainy.
12-hour drive.
and we have a 12-hour drive. Dirt Road Landing. I'm pretty sure it probably was. That's a pretty good assumption.
Sure, it was what?
From Chicago.
It was a car from Chicago.
Oh yeah.
That's amazing.
It is about a, what did we say, 10, 11-hour drive from down there?
Something like that.
It's
Yeah,
like
but
10 hours.
You gotta stop.
Like 10 or 11 hours without stopping.
And we stopped and we ate.
I only have a.
Chris, that's the upper arm bone, not the leg bone.
Oh, okay.
And Marie had to correct you.
Okay.
Okay. We're all idiots.
Yeah, we thought it was like.
Well, at least she's got one arm to hit Bill with. Or you could do this. I could send you one of these. You could take one of pieces of Jason's meat.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, Paul. Close enough. So, for anybody that wasn't on the live stream earlier, Chris, what was your favorite part of the expo?
Seeing Danny.
Seeing Danny from York Firewood.
Yeah, Danny's pretty cool. I like
Yep,
seeing
Danny's a.
And then there was 2 or 3 other little kids there that were helping their dad, and they like doing firewood, and they wanted a picture with me, and I gave them a sticker. The kids are the best part. Adults I really don't care about, because they're adults.
Don't care.
That's the kids. I just want the kids to be happy. Get more kids involved in firewood. That's cool.
Rachel, I agree. It was. I wish the weather would have been better, but
It wasn't terrible on Friday.
it could have been a lot worse though.
Yeah. Friday was beautiful.
Yeah, Friday was great.
Friday wasn't bad.
Chris's beef has a mind of its own. Yes,
Meat, not beef. Meat.
Chris's meat. Yes, it is not beef.
It's venison.
Yeah.
It's venison, actually.
Better.
It's not beef. So,
Is yours venison too?
Yeah, venison.
Kenny, what other words of wisdom do you have for people?
I don't know. Just stick with it. Stay the course. Put your due. Pay your dues.
Yeah, don't talk about making wood. Just make firewood. A lot of guys talk a big game, but they don't produce.
I was glad.
I
I was glad. I'm slowly getting to know more people's names that know me.
Yeah.
It takes a long time because there's a lot more people that know me. There's people I've met 2 or 3 times and finally starting to remember their names. So it's going to take me 10 more years probably.
You'll forget him next time you see him again.
Probably. So, yeah,
Yep.
you're that guy I talked to. Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
And I'm known as the guy with the biggest wood splitter on YouTube. Nobody remembers my name, but
Your name is in your channel. I don't know how you
Oh, you're right.
forget about it.
Jason.
yeah,
You got a good.
It makes it easy when you put your name on your title.
that does help. That does help
Should
things.
help. That's how I remember your name.
Chris has had the truck, what, about a week and a half?
What's today?
Saturday.
Saturday,
1 week.
1 week.
I got a
Oh, I picked it up on Monday, didn't I?
Friday. I got a text message.
Oh,
from you on
Friday.
with you going like this.
Yeah.
It fits.
Yeah, it fits in
Yeah.
my garage.
All by 2
garage.
inches.
Yeah. I was worried it wouldn't fit, but it fit. But yeah, the hardest part for me is when people come up to me and you can tell they got that look in their face like they just saw their best friend from high school and I have no idea who they are. And it's not that, and I'm like, please let me remember. Did I meet him? Did I not meet him? Do I know their name? Where are they from? Please let me remember. And then they're like, I watch you every morning. I was like, oh, thanks. Sorry about that. I apologize to the wives because the wives usually have to watch too. There was one lady, funnier than heck. She came up, she just pointed at me, every morning! He makes me watch you every morning! And then we were talking, and she says, yeah, and we were talking about when she goes, I mean every morning! And then as she's walking away, she got about 50 yards away, she turns around, she goes, every morning! She was funny, it was funny. Yeah, I wish I could know everybody's name and know them.
Paul says he watches Chris every morning while sitting on the throne.
Well, just so you all know, when I'm answering comments, I also am on the throne. That's I answer until I can't sit anymore usually.
Chris is actually going to sell his Tundra
Yeah.
on the open market. He did not trade it in.
No, yeah, it's for sale. So
That's for sale. Anybody?
20 grand.
highest
First
bidder.
buyer.
Highest bidder.
Highest bidder. Anne Marie wants to know how it fits in the thong.
The thong? This? It's just fine. Greasy?
My lens is starting to get greasy and my finger's getting sore.
Some liquids on it there?
But for me, this is what it's all about, having fun with everybody, going down to these shows, meeting new people,
Like last
getting
night,
to, stand around last night.
After hours parties,
Yep.
always fun.
Yep.
Get to talk to people.
Yep, putting names with faces of different people, making the connections, making the networking, and just having fun with a group of guys that any one of these guys that you talk to that's got a channel, 99.5% of them, if you ask them for help, they'll help you out in any way, shape, or form. And everybody down there, that's kind of how it was. If somebody needed a hand with something, they'll all do that.
Yep, good people.
That's how we're all going up to Bear Paw.
Yep.
That's right. Bear paw.
Yeah, we'll be up at Bear Paw, the Bear Paw Firewood Roundup in 3 weeks,
Something like that.
2 weeks, 3 weeks.
About that because a lot of people don't know about it.
Yeah.
Might get some extra help. We could use extra help.
Kenny says we need extra help so he doesn't have to cut all the trees down by himself.
He wants me to cut how many cords down?
We got to cut about 30 cords.
30 full cords I got to cut down by myself. I need some help.
Yeah.
I'm getting old. I don't know if I can do that in a day or two.
Kenny, you're old,
They'll
but
put
you're
that
still
new saw
ugly.
Right to the test. See if that saw can
Yeah,
last
we'll
to
use
cut
that
30
new saw.
cords.
We'll use the new saw till it blows up. Then we're going to have somebody sponsor another one to get, so we can buy another saw.
Well, I'll bring my own saws, and I know I got something decent instead of your stuff.
Never know. That one might outperform yours.
Never know.
Doesn't Jason's stuff always break though?
His stuff.
That's only when Kenny's using
Oh,
it.
It's
okay.
usually beat up pretty bad before I get a hold of it.
Yeah, whatever,
That one
Kenny.
saw, the dogs are loose on it. Every time I pick it up, the dogs are loose. Every single time.
Once you let the dogs out, obviously.
Well, it's got some aftermarket cheesy dogs on it. They need to be Loctited in.
Oh.
Oh, that's unfortunate, Rachel.
We missed Tony's stop back there.
Oh, yeah. I was telling somebody about
Hey, Kenny, you're not old. You're vintage.
You're vintage. No, it's
Hey,
legendary.
you want to see my shirt?
Dan Bearpaw is up in,
Sure. What does it say on my shirt? Can you read
I'm
it?
not getting old. I'm becoming a legend. So there you have it.
My wife bought that for me.
Bearpaw is in Wisconsin, up near Mountain. If you're interested, send me an email.
Yeah, we're gonna make firewood.
Come on, that would have been perfect, Heath.
What?
Heath wants to give Kenny lessons on how to fall trees.
Oh, I ain't
So
But
does
Rachel
Buddy
said
over
that
here.
I would
Rachel
like to
has
see
a family event, so they are unable to attend.
Oh, dang.
Well, Heath, anytime you want to come over to Wisconsin, we'll find plenty of trees for you to cut down, and you can teach Kenny a thing or
I
two.
think Heath should bring his friend
I'd
to
like
help us
to
fell
see
trees.
that, yeah.
The one that Rachel and Heath were both scared of what he was doing.
Yeah,
We could use all the help we can get.
thanks, Rachel. Appreciate
So
it.
Heath could do that. What was that show that used to be on 1,000 Ways to Die? Remember?
Yeah, yeah.
Could be, Heath's face could be on the picture, the cover, or whatever.
He's at right now. He's at 997. He's getting
997. We got
Heath,
3
that'd
more
be
Heaths.
awesome. Hello, Millers. Chris is still driving. We haven't drove him quite nuts yet.
We're getting close.
No, I'm good.
Hey, look at the sign, Green Bay.
Dan, the
Oh,
pipeline is
there we
not
go.
too far away from there, a little bit north. That's true, Heath. We're let's check check in on Chris's dash and see.
What do you want to know? Oh, what are we
What is
looking
it?
at?
What does it say miles per gallon?
Right now it's 15.4, but we did hit 16 for a little while.
We did hit 16.
So it doesn't matter. They make gas every day. I don't care. I did
Be
buy-
willing, we got about an hour home yet.
Yeah, about an
Just
hour.
under 80 miles.
We got an hour to their home, then we got another.
Oh yeah, then we got another hour back to my house.
Kenny's got 3 hours.
Then Kenny's got 3 hours from my shop.
Well,
Thanks for tuning in, Heath. Appreciate it.
What do they want to know? Any other questions?
No, Craig, Kenny's not driving home yet tonight. He's actually going to come and help me for a couple days. And
You get to sleep on the shop floor.
he gets the sheets.
With a dead mouse.
With a dead mouse.
That's right.
What about, Bill, if you live in the garden community, oh, I missed that message.
It said garden
Some-
in Greendale. The trees don't cut down, they just fall down.
Oh,
by
they fall
themselves.
down.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Oh, are you on there?
Yeah, I'm
So, for anybody that's wondering, that's watching, I'll say this again. Anytime you see us at any of these events, don't be afraid to come introduce yourself, say hi, get a sticker, talk to any one of us. You can, we're all very approachable. You don't have to stay away.
Yep. Especially if we're talking to someone, don't just circle by and give you the little wave. Don't be afraid. Just come right on in and talk. Because a lot of people say, "Yeah, I was going to talk to you, but you were busy with other people."
Yeah, tell
Just walk in.
Dirt
Because
Road Landing, I'm getting ladybugs in the house.
what's yeah.
Kenny's got ladybugs in the house again.
Oh, yeah.
Now he's reading the comments on his phone
Oh, we
in
got
the
some
back
action
seat.
Up ahead here. Maybe
Oh,
it's that-
well, I'm gonna flip the camera around. We're gonna see what's going on up ahead
We
here.
got some wee-woos.
Yep. Somebody's naughty.
Somebody's been naughty. We got the cherries and berries up ahead.
Yeah, tell them when we went out in Chicago, there was a
Oh,
car.
the cherries and berries are leaving.
That means I gotta
They're gonna
slow
be
down.
pulling Chris over next.
Yeah. We had a car upside down in the road.
Yes, there was a car upside down coming out of Chicago with we had a little bit of a delay, but not bad.
Chips. Some chips in the bucket for Ken to sleep in.
I'm only allowed to lift a piece of paper with my right arm. Is from Anne Marie.
Yeah.
We didn't give it Kenny any wood chips.
Some wood chips down in Ohio would have been nice.
Yeah. Miss working the interstate one bit.
I don't want to do it.
After some of the things that we've seen in these 10-hour trips, I can only imagine.
Well, it's
So Kenny's gonna come play up by me for a couple days. We're gonna do some chipping, some splitting with the big splitter. We should be at a handful more events. Anne Marie, I'm not even sure. I'm waiting for a sign.
Who's coming?
66. We're over around Slinger area
Must have
right
been
now.
Slinger, yeah.
Well, we're not too far from the sun. And
Well, Craig, that was the grinder. We just wait till you see the video tomorrow of what happened to the grinder. Yeah, I really hope we don't have any metal bars that go through the chipper. That would be really, really bad.
You got some fixing to do tomorrow when you get back up there. Tomorrow morning, don't you?
Well, we got to
we got to get a bucket working on.
We got to get a bucket working. The mechanic took the bucket apart that Kenny was complaining because it wasn't working right. I've been using it like that for 2 months, and it's wore out.
irritating.
It's very irritating for a guy that's learning how to run the machine. So you got to swap some cylinders, swap some pins, make 2 buckets out of 1 bucket, or make 1 bucket out of 2 buckets, I guess. So that's what Kenny and I are going to be doing tomorrow. It sounds like I might have a visitor on Monday coming from New York, dropping some stuff off for me, so that might be kind of exciting. But some of the shows that we are going to
We'll be
be going to our
Firewood Frenzy in June. We'll be at that at Eau Claire at the Wolf Ridge facility. We'll be there for that. And then we'll be at.
possibly out at Boonville,
There's a good chance I'll be going to Boonville. Good chance of that. Hopefully.
Great Lakes Timber Expo up in Escanaba. We won't be going to Bangor. At some point, I do want to make it out to Bangor, and I think all of us do. Like to go out to Oregon at some point.
Yeah, Oregon. I might be in Oregon in February. That's a good chance to go to that. And probably, well, of course, the Bunyan show. There was one other one that I was thinking about going to. I don't remember.
The Hope event, we won't be making it.
No, we won't be making it to Hope.
Yeah.
We will be down at Hoosier next year, hopefully.
Yep.
If Mike has it,
Yeah.
we hope so.
Yeah.
We'll notify people if we're going to. I usually try to put a notice out now if we're going to be somewhere.
Yep.
Because a lot of guys told me when we were down there this time, they said, I'm glad you put that out. I wasn't planning on coming, but I wanted to come see your brother. So that was a draw.
Yeah. Anytime we bring Kenny, it gets a little crazy. Never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's usually the first thing people would ask me. Is your brother Kenny here? I would say, yes, I'm sorry. He is here.
And unfortunately, a lot of people would ask me if Kenny's here, and I'd go ask Chris.
Yeah.
There's a pretty good chance for anybody that hasn't seen the Monster Splitter on my channel or Chris's channel, go check it out. But there's a pretty good chance you might get touch it, smell it, feel it up at the Escanaba show. That's in the works right now. Yes, Anne Marie, we did pass you a little while ago.
Yeah. I waved.
Their road landing, with the way Kenny stinks, there is no new car smell involved.
No, it's gone. It's gone.
It's primarily Kenny stench.
It's embedded into the seats at this point.
The worst part of it is I didn't get my seat covers on in time for his butt.
Yes, there is a Kenny stench that every time you open the door, even if the truck is shut off and Kenny's been out for 24 hours, it still smells like Kenny farted.
Open the door, we go to the rest stop. Open the door, it just hits us straight in the face.
Yeah.
You know how when you drive a truck, new truck off the lot, say it goes from being a $60,000 vehicle, and as soon as you get over that curb and you're on the road, it goes down to about 50,000. As soon as Kenny sits down, the value's down to about 10,000. Just cuts
So
it
you're
down.
gonna sell me this truck to 10 grand?
From you.
For 10 grand?
I'll buy it for you. From you, come on. Put your money where your mouth
I didn't
is.
say I would sell it. I just said that's what it's worth. I can't afford to sell it. That's fully
I'll
depreciated.
give you the 45.
Are we doing a booth for Paul Bonding at all?
I thought about it, but I don't know. There's two companies that I'm kind of committed to being in their booth. So I will be in the Blockbuster booth for sure for at least a couple hours, and I'll be in the Wolfridge booth for sure for a couple hours. And I might even be in the Hikes boot booth for an hour or so. Those are three companies that have worked with me. So
I
I'm
agree.
getting another pair too. We'll be there
So-
buying boots from Tracy.
So speaking of Hikes boots, all of us have our Hikes on. We were
Several pairs we have.
several pairs,
Yeah.
but we all had them on yesterday in the slop and the rain, and today in the rain, and they've been great. Hey Brian, thanks for tuning out Bert's video of us playing the rain and the mud in our Hikes boots. They've been awesome. I gotta scrolling back up, I missed some comments.
No, look. The upholstery was not white before we went.
The upholstery was white. No, not
It was
quite,
a-
but
it
close.
was a light gray, but now it's black.
It's got brown streaks in it.
We're running 50 to 1 Husqvarna mix.
Why would anybody want to ride
Dirt
that?
road landing want to know.
Oh, Kenny's running 50. We're all running 50 at 50 to 1
I
mix.
tried 40 to 1 because somebody said it's better for the saws, and I found the small saws, anything below like 50 cc, they won't run.
I actually run mine a little thicker than that.
So
Larry, thanks for tuning in.
4.8.
Anne Marie, we've back. Just,
oh, okay. I
just
saw
to
it.
make
I
you
saw
feel
the
better.
hand. She did one of these. She did
Yes.
the parade wave.
The
I saw
parade
it.
wave.
So tell Dirt Road Landing, use Husky mix.
Use, and I was always told that use Husky mix
Yeah, even
with
if you-
Husky saws.
even
If
if
you
you
got to
run
use steel mix, it's not prohibited, but frowned upon by all Husky guys.
Well, I also know that there's several mechanics I have talked to, one online. I'm not going to say who she is, but she said do not use the steel mix. She
Yes.
said the Husky mix is way better. Not less
Husky mix-
problems. And that's coming from a repair person, so.
Yep.
There you have
I've
it.
heard that from other people. And the other thing that you get with the other kind of mix is it's
Yes.
It's got a weird, like something's on fire.
Yeah, steel mix is kind of stinky.
I didn't say that. I said another kind.
Another kind.
Another
yes.
kind.
Another kind. There's several other kinds.
Yeah.
But bar oil.
That stuff isn't too bad.
I mix mine a little bit
dirt
rich
road.
too, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. You go a
I
little
put
rich.
like 4.8 gallons in when I mix it.
Yeah, that's
just to be safe.
yeah.
I'd rather run it
A little rich.
rich than lean.
Yeah.
Well, you buy your mixed, or you buy your bar oil by the barrel, don't you?
Yeah.
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 Bar oil, I don't think matters. I think it's all good.
I buy 10, 12 cases of bar oil at a time, and that'll last me a year because
Yeah.
I don't use a chainsaw. That's what I got Kenny for.
Yeah.
And I got a
Kenny's
firewood
manual
processor and a harvester, so we buy some cheap bar oil. The Tractor Supply, when that stuff goes on sale, that's good for the firewood processors. That isn't a bad oil.
That's
Talking about you earlier.
Yes. Yes. We were talking about you, and Kenny says, "Who is he?" I said, "Well, you've seen him. You know who he is."
I've met.
He's a
now
real
I have
quiet
a
guy.
face
So
and I have a name.
I made him bring up one of your videos and watch. He says, "Oh yeah, I know
I've
him."
talked to you many times. I just can't get the names right with all the different people.
Yeah, it's hard to remember names. Yeah, it is.
Craig, the Mystic stuff isn't too bad.
Yeah, I
but
use that. It works plenty good. Yeah.
when
Take a road trip to visit Jeremiah in his yard one of these days.
Yeah, it's on
yeah,
my-
we
it's
should
on my
we should
list.
all take a. That is on the list.
It's on my list. There's another guy down there in his
He's
area
not too far from Jeremiah.
Yeah, yeah,
Take a road trip down, see both of those guys.
yep.
Crash their wood yard.
Yeah. Stop by Anne Marie's and she can make us dinner on the way home.
Not with one arm.
No, Bill will have to do it.
Yeah, I don't want to make Bill work. We'll take dinner to them.
There we go. There we go. We'll bring
some meat.
some meat. Chris is screwing things up. Jeremiah says the Mystic smells like gear lube.
That's okay. As long as it lose.
Well, he wants to know if I built my loft. I did not build it. I added on to it. I added the table on. The guy that I got it from was a fabricator. He was actually an engineer. He worked for a fab shop, and he basically made that for himself because at the time he burnt, he had an outdoor boiler, so it's got a 32-inch stroke on it. So he was cutting his firewood into 30-inch pieces. But he took it to his boss after they built the prototype. He says, "There's no way we can build that because it's got about literally a ton of steel in it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's built so heavy. That frame will be around for 1,000 years.
Like another company that makes products right now.
It was heavy. This is
Yeah.
heavier.
Overbuilt.
This is heavier than that.
Yeah,
But I added the table on because for load with the tractor, it's nice. I could just dump them big rounds on there and slide them on. So
Bill, the problem with drain oil, unless you screen it really, really well, is that you will plug up your filter over time in your bar oil.
yeah, you don't
In
wanna
the
do that.
pump, you'll wreck the pump with all the fines that are in it.
See Emery's comment about the Darlington strip is in Kenny's seat.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Just in my underwear.
Well, we're not sure. We think it might have absorbed into the seat.
We at least got him to take a shower. Yes, was it this morning you found?
Oh,
Yeah, he took a shower.
I took 2 showers this weekend.
Wow.
He took one when he got there and one when he left.
Now he's good till Christmas.
Well, when you're
There-
sleeping in Jason's shop without running water for a week, you know.
With
it
the
gets-
mouse that's dead.
And a dead mouse, yeah, my friend.
That's why it stunk so bad on the way down.
We got rid of the dead mouse in the office. Yes. Kenny said, I told Kenny he could sleep at my house. He said, my kid's too loud. We wake up too early. He likes his peace and quiet.
Jason leaves the TV on all night and I can't sleep.
Yeah.
So it's nice and quiet at the shop. I like it. It's quiet.
See,
like mice.
there you go. He just said he likes it.
Yeah.
The mice keep him
like
company.
That's right.
We only caught one this week.
That means you got them thinned out.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, I
Or
got
they're
some.
hiding.
I know I could bring you. I could bring you some cats.
Yeah.
No, I don't want
I
any
got
more
I
cats.
could bring you half a herd.
Kenny works a lot, and that's because he's good at it.
Yeah, I'm just a slave to everybody else.
Did you
Oh,
get
we
him
got a
back
caravan
with
of cops coming over here.
Oh, look at that. They're I feel bad for that white Ford there. They're looking.
We are, Jeremiah, we are about 58 miles from Appleton, so where are we at? Whatever rest stop is on 41 just north of Slinger. Well, we got
we're just north of 66, or is that 66?
3 miles south of Lamira.
Yep.
So we are on the home stretch. Donald Slate, thanks for tuning in.
Hi, Don. Look at all the dead ash trees everywhere.
Oh, there's police nearby.
There's police nearby.
There's
Hang
three
on.
of them right behind us.
There's police nearby. They just got on the ramp behind
There's
us.
literally 3 of them right behind us.
What did you steal this truck? Oh,
Still there. It must be right behind us.
Oh, there's another one in front of us. Look at that,
okay.
they're everywhere.
We're trying to pin
So
it down.
what? Any idea? Anybody got any ideas what Chris did that we don't know about? There's a cop right there.
2 behind us.
They're following the live stream. They're watching us.
They're
There's-
watching us on the live stream.
There's one coming up right there.
Yeah, they're everywhere. We're back in Wisconsin, that's for sure. Well, that's Marathon County. He's a long ways from home.
Yeah.
The canine patrol.
There's another one right there.
That's your wife, canine. That means they're on a manhunt.
Or they
tracking
were
down
doing
a
training
criminal.
today.
Look at me.
Yeah, they're
They
probably
might have
not
been
gonna-
doing training.
I know they're not going to put a dog on Kenny because the dog would die. Start sniffing and fall over dead.
Anne Maria.
Didn't-
I am
what
on
are you looking
strict
for earlier? Wasn't
restrictions.
Marathon County, the biggest county in the state or something like
Marathon
that?
is, yeah.
Okay.
My wife just said, what did you say, Sarah? Everybody's commenting too fast. I can't go through. The state boys are out in full force
Oh, yeah.
at home today. Hey,
Oh,
Just one by there.
Lion guys have law everywhere. Oh, yeah, we have, up in Wisconsin, we have no shortage of law enforcement around.
it's a 1-to-1 ratio.
What's that?
It's a 1-to-1 ratio. For every driver, there's 1 police officer. And then 2
Might-
lawyers.
Might,
for every
Two
person.
might
lawyers.
be 2-1 in Milwaukee, though.
Yeah, it might be, yeah.
Jeremiah, you'll have to go back to the beginning of the video when we finish to find out.
Why do you
Yes,
want
the short answer is yes.
There's plenty of
Chris
room
got
back
a new
here.
Chris got a
Jeremiah
new
just asked if
truck.
Chris got a new truck, yes.
Jim, I probably will do. I might do an update tomorrow. I forgot about that. I might do an update tomorrow for Bear Paw. They self-police in
Austria.
Austria. Interesting. Thanks for tuning in.
So does Dan York. He does that too.
Yes, Dan York does that too.
Yeah.
Next time you guys see Dan York, you'll have to ask him about his adventure coming down to International Firewood Expo.
Silverado, 3/4 ton, 6.6 gasser.
Yes, yes.
Adam, I planned on going to the. Ended up sick. Yeah, it was a fun event. Friday the weather was great.
Yep, a lot of people.
Today the weather was a little bit rainy,
A
but
little bit.
still enough people around.
Just kept the riffraff on. Just enough to keep the riffraff. Just...
No, it brought the riffraff in. The riffraff's driving.
Yep.
It's the riffraff that's driving. That's the scary part. Oh, we got some action up in front of us.
Uh-oh. Police ahead again. Look, there it
See?
is.
The police
Still
are
there.
ahead. The police are ahead.
One of the marathon boys just pulled
They
someone over.
must have just got some. I told you they're in a manhunt. Watch this. The dog. They're gonna unleash the hounds.
They're
on
gonna.
them. The hounds are gonna go for the jugular. Just watch. The dog's gonna go for the guy's throat, guaranteed. No, not yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
Tell Chris I got the loader greased up and don't squeak now.
Hey,
Oh,
Jason,
good,
that's
good.
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 Bear Paw is in Moulton, Wisconsin. If you want more information, send me an email. The Bear Paw event is going to be by invite only at this point.
We only got so much room, right?
We only got so much room, so I need to know who's coming and going so I can make housing arrangements. They're providing the food, so I need to when I do the food orders, I need to make sure we got enough food
Free,
to feed
free
it.
places to stay. You don't have to get a
Free,
hotel.
yep,
Just
free places to stay. We got
Cabins.
rustic cabins there.
Kenny gets his own.
Kenny
We
gets
are
his
going.
own
No. Kenny is going to get locked in
cabin.
the break room in the shop by himself to sleep on the table,
Perfect.
so that he can only stink himself up.
You guys are too sensitive. That's all it is.
The only thing is, if it's really warm, Kenny will be the only one that has air conditioning.
Oh, I'm bringing my cot down. I'll take the air conditioner.
That's in 3 weeks. It's probably not going to be that hot yet.
No,
Not